Well, it's a pretty easy decision for me because at my age, I feel healthy, and I've been here for a number of years. Kevin's been here for 5-6 years. He's been in a position like this before, so I think everything just come together. It's just time to go, and I've really enjoyed it here. I love Indianapolis, love living here. It's a great city. I think we got the right guy to take over, and to me, it's just the right time.
How long have you seriously been considering stepping down here, Larry?
Well, I know last year after talking to Herb, I told him that this will be my last one contract-wise, and the next day I brought Kevin and Peter Dinwiddie in my office and told them that this will be my last year. Let's do our best. Let's try to put the best team we possibly can together. And so there's not a lot of people that do it. There's 4 or 5, but I talked to Kevin and Peter and said, let's try to get this thing done and make this transition as smooth as we possibly can.
What do you say to someone who has absolutely given you the opportunity of a lifetime? Larry's an amazing man. He's tough. He cares about the Pacers. We talk every single day about the Pacers, and I've learned a lot about basketball. He has a foundation that he feels like you have to play at. You have to play tough. You have to play unselfish. You have to play the right way. And there are many games when we left the arena where we would win, but he wouldn't be happy because we wouldn't do that. And then conversely, there'd be games where we would lose and he'd be pretty happy because he felt like we did the right things. So I'm so grateful for that opportunity to work with him and learn next to him for the last 5 years. Thirdly, I'd like to thank Donnie Walsh. Donnie is, for everybody in here, we all know this, that he's like the father or the godfather of the Pacers. If you have an issue, if you are dealing with something, if you want some help in any way, his door was always open, and he cares about this organization to its core. And for him, to have him still stay is an amazing thing. I'm an Indiana boy. I partly grew up in Lawrence. Then I moved to Noblesville, Indiana, and I learned basketball. Well, I partly learned basketball at the Noblesville Boys Club. And the one thing that I know from growing up in Indiana is we are all fans. We start out as fans here. And we learn basketball. It's part of our roots. And it's funny as you go from junior high to high school, and how big the high school basketball games are. Every single one, the rivalries and how intense they get. And then you go on to the college games, and Notre Dame and Purdue and Indiana and Butler. People care about basketball in this state, and it's important, and it makes the Pacers so great because after every game we talk about it. And that's what makes it special. It makes it unique. And with that, I know how important this organization is to this community. And Herb Simon owns this team. But in reality, the most unique part of this is basketball is Indiana. Indiana is basketball. And so we're owned by our community. And that's totally unique to any other states. That's what we embrace. And so I feel that. I know how important it is. I want to do a great job. I grew up loving the Pacers. I snuck down, Rick won't like this, but me and my buddies when I was 12 snuck down. We had high-level seats, and we snuck down and got pretty close to the floor. And I was able to meet Billy Keller when I was younger. And I'm sure everybody knows Billy Keller in here. And for the next 2 years, I would sit out at my basketball goal in the back by myself, and I thought I was Billy Keller. So it's an honor to be here. I know how important it is. I know that we can build and continue to build, and looking forward to the opportunity. Any questions?
Yeah, the $100 million question, do you have any indication as to which way Paul is leaning? And how will you proceed from this point moving forward?
Bob, I've been on the job 2 minutes now.
Seems about right.
But you got to ask it. Here's what I would say. I did exit interviews last week. Paul and I talked, 45 minutes and an hour. We talked about a lot of different things. In every scenario, he talked about being here. And that's important. Him wanting to be here is important. And he kept coming back to one statement that hits me hard and that we all know, but he wants to win. I think picking up Lance late in the year made us a better team, got us into the playoffs. Lance energy and having two unique athletic wings in this business is a luxury, and I think we can build on that. We want to win. This organization has gotten to the playoffs. I heard this stat the other day, 22 out of 29 times. We want successful teams year in, year out, and that has to do with ball. So the message was, he wants to win, the Pacers want to win, we're on the same page.
Has he given you an indication that when he makes a decision, he will be forthcoming with you so that you know how to proceed, whether to move forward with him or make some kind of a deal so you don't end up?
I don't think there's any doubt that he'll be forthcoming. I think the one thing Paul realizes is that the Indiana Pacers drafted him, developed him, given him an opportunity to succeed, and you got to give the kid credit. He talked a lot about getting back to the Eastern Conference Finals, how much he enjoyed getting that deep and ultimately deeper. So I respect that, and I think he will.